The job market in America is at a crisis level right now when you have hundreds of thousands of people gotten laid off or just graduated from school, from college, and some people even got a master's degree. These are highly competitive people, job seekers in any other job market, while not in the one we're in, because like you're gonna see in this video some shocking facts about just how many people cannot land a single job. They cannot even find an entry level job in their field because it is just that tough, that competitive right now. You have literally 100 job applicants fighting for a single job position. And the reason for this is a lot of companies have simply frozen their hiring process because of over hiring during COVID and the fact that they, basically bank on AI technologies replacing human labor and saving them costs. Whether that's going to work or not, we're going to see. I'm skeptical personally, but as long as these companies believe they'll work, they won't hire the workers that's necessary. So hence you see in this video, a lot of people are feeling desperate because people need to pay their bills and people need a job. Keep watching this video.
So I think I'm getting laid off today. I got an email for my manager and HR in about a half hour, so we'll see. Well, here we go.
Really specifically, we've made a really difficult decision to reduce the number of high support roles that we have. Lucy, your position's been identified as one having impact.
The new grad unemployment crisis has unironically created smarter people, because new grads, to delay unemployment, are doing their masters. They're just going for higher education, and then if they don't get their masters, they're probably just gonna go for PhDs. So we're just gonna have a bunch of unemployed PhDs walking around.
So I just got laid off from Amazon. I was one of the 14,000 people who got an email at like 4 in the morning saying that your role has been eliminated. So honestly, what am I feeling right now? I'm kind of numb. I'm kind of in shock of just how it was handled, because I literally had no idea. Like literally imagine just waking up one day, it's a regular Tuesday, you check your phone, see what time it is, and you see you got an email that your role is being eliminated. Genuinely, when I saw that on my phone, I thought it was spam, because I'm like, no way, like, what do you mean that it's an email? So I go on my work laptop, I find out I'm locked out of my laptop, and I check my email. I lost access to my laptop. I don't have badge access. I literally haven't heard anything from my manager, hear nothing from my coworkers, and it's just like you're just locked out. And it's so crazy because I was there for only like a little over a year, but I have a coworker who was there. It was gonna be his 13th anniversary, being there for 13 years, and this is the way that we find out, and it's just kind of like, you like, oh, like, it's just so crazy to me, because like you spend so much of your energy at your job, right? And for you to just find out in this way, it's like a very shitty feeling. I'm gonna be so honest. It's like, well, what was the point of me doing any of that? And like, as someone who has quote unquote done the right thing, like, I'm a child of immigrants, so I had to, like, I chose the engineering route, but I studied engineering in college. I had 4 internships in undergrad. Two of them were in big tech. After graduating, I was at Microsoft, and now I'm at Amazon. And it's like, on top of that, never have gotten negative feedback for any of my performance reviews. And it's like, you can do everything right, but at the end of the day, your future is not in your hands when you work for someone. And it's like, it just blows my mind, because I feel like as a society, we, especially like when you're come from like a family of immigrants, like, work hard to get a really good job, work in corporate, don't do anything risky. And it's like, you do that and you literally have no control if you get a bad manager. You have no control if what you're working on gets deprioritized, or, you know, the company decides to be more lean and make things less bureaucratic. Like, you have no control over that. And like, I feel like I just worked so hard to do the right things, and this was such a huge slap in the face of like, I always had an entrepreneurial spirit in me, and I've always wanted to do that, but like, this experience honestly like is screaming to me that it really, you will never feel safe or secure without you like doing something for yourself. But yeah, so crazy. I'm still processing it, to be honest. I'm just like it doesn't feel human the way that we found out. Like, I didn't even talk to my manager. None of that happened. Like, I literally thought it was gonna be a regular day. I wake up, I'm cut out of everything, and you're just kind of expected to carry on with your day. But yeah, so crazy. I also honestly think everything happens for a reason, and this is a blessing. And anyone who was affected, I think we're gonna be like so okay and so fine. But honestly, like, I think you just also I just need to process what just happened. Yeah.
So yesterday I was laid off again. I made this exact video 3 months ago, and I got this new job within a month. I started the week of New Year's, and you can look at this playlist and see I had gut feelings and hesitations the whole time. It was a startup company, and I was afraid to work for a startup company again, because this is what happens. They made some bad decisions that had nothing to do with me or my role, and therefore they immediately had to start pinching where they could, and they pinched the marketing budget, which meant me, the newest employee, had to go. And I'm exhausted and I'm drained, and I knew this job wasn't forever. I had already started putting my fillers out for other things. And it's not even about losing the job. It's like more so the finances about it, because I was getting unemployment before. I didn't use all of my unemployment benefits before I got this job. I had to stop receiving benefits when I got the job. I don't know if I can pick those back up. I don't know how that works, because I've never had to use unemployment except that one time. Or I don't know if I can file unemployment against this job. Probably not. I don't know. So that's something I have to figure out now. It's just stressful and scary. Like, I thought financially I was finally starting to recover from all the money I had to take from my savings to last that month. I was starting to get back to where I was, and now I'm not. And I'm to the point where I don't know what I want to do anymore. I've been doing influencer marketing the last 3 years, and I don't know if that's meant for me. Before that, I did 15 years of business management and customer service, and I don't know that I want to do that either. I don't know what I want to do. I just am lost and tired and confused. And like, the difference now versus 3 months ago is 3 months ago I was actively in alcoholism, and so I just resorted to numbing these feelings by drinking. And I am sober now, 36 days. And I'm a little bit scared for my sobriety, because all I want to do is make this scaredness and this sadness and this pain go away. And I don't want to lose all my hard work, because I've progressed so much in my sobriety and my relationship with the Lord, and I've just been doing so much to make my life better, and this feels scary and like a setback. I'll keep documenting my journey again. I just can't believe I'm here again. Please pray for me. I love you guys so much. I'll check in soon. Bye.
Meta is reportedly going to lay off up to 20% of their workforce amid rising AI costs. Recently, Block also did a huge layoff, laying off about 40% of their workforce. If Meta ends up laying off 20% of their workforce, that would mean that over 15,000 employees would be impacted. Now, this is interesting because we all have been talking about the fact that AI is going to reduce the amount of roles available for software engineers. AI is going to make software engineers obsolete. Something I hadn't considered was that another reason they might want to replace software engineers or lay off software engineers is the rising AI costs. That means AI is impacting jobs in two ways. One, it's rendering some roles obsolete because AI is able to do it. Two, rising costs of AI means that companies don't have budget anymore for humans. Right now, a lot of companies are pushing employees to use AI, and I have a feeling that in the next iteration, companies are going to be placing a lot of emphasis on reducing token spend and making sure that AI budgets stay at a reasonable level. AI is changing everything. It's changing how companies operate, entire job functions. No one can predict the future, but it'll be interesting to see what happens from here on out.
Hola chicos. As some of you may have seen, I was laid off today. I literally poured everything into this corporate job to be laid off within 5 minutes on a phone call with 10 other people that were also terminated at the same time. Just a blanket termination because that's all we're worth to them. But they are really generous, and after the 10 plus years, they decided that they'll pay me through March, right? Because I should be grateful for that. And this is your reminder to not believe in a corporate scam, okay? I was climbing up that ladder. I was working late, working early, clocking in on the weekends. I was sacrificing breastfeeding, being with my child, my hobbies and everything for them literally to offshore all of this work to Bangalore because America first, right? And then to just be let go. Okay, so yeah. Try not to freak out.
Okay, y'all, I'm headed home from Lake Charles right now. I was planning on going to Lake Charles to meet Nick because he was supposed to get his first Sublocade shot today. Y'all stay tuned for that. They ended up having to change it to Monday because his doctor was out. But anyways, that was the plan. And then I got ready and left to head out there, and my eyes are like, so sensitive to the light right now. Like I can't even open them all the way. I don't know what's going on. So anyways, I was like, look babe, you just go to the doctor. But I had to go to Target because they're having the buy two get one free on the laundry soap, all the beads and the stuff, so I rack up when they do that. But everything is driving me nuts today. Okay, so something's wrong with my eyeballs. My nails, I cannot get them filled because they are literally so thin and brittle, like they hurt so bad. I gotta give them a break. My eyebrows are a complete mess because I always get my eyebrows done when I get my nails done. So I had to stop in and get them waxed. She was like, you don't want to do your nails today? I can't. They need a break, okay? I went by Sally's because my roots, like you can tell back here, my roots are so, it's not even the roots that's bothering me, it's the orange that's connected where like you can tell that I didn't put purple shampoo. That's bugging me. I'm wearing a damn sweatshirt. I don't know why. But I went by Shoe Department to exchange BK shoes, and they didn't have that style at the Shoe Department in Sulphur. Then I went by Hibbett's because I ordered her some cleats and they won't be in time. But they were, so I was going to return the ones that I ordered and buy her some there. They were $50 in the store and $25 online. I said no, she can wait. They can be a day late. So okay, I guess that rant's over. Headed home.
It's time for one of my quarterly I Got Fired Again videos, but I got fired again, you guys, from one of my highest paying clients last month, and it was honestly one of the biggest blessings of my life. Let me explain. The opportunity itself was already an amazing blessing. Like, I'm always thankful for the work I get because I can never badmouth someone. You chose to believe in me and you kept me around for a while. We did work together, we collaborated, like that's great. But at the same time, for me, this opportunity had dragged on for a while. Kept, trying my best to make it work, build a presence, but it was really hard. I don't know if it was the product, the market, the strategy, but it just wasn't meshing. We parted ways. It actually just has opened up more mental bandwidth for me in an amazing way. Like now I feel like way more ready to invest in myself and like in my business, start using my voice again because I don't feel like I have to tiptoe around things. While it sucks to see like revenue go down temporarily for a few months, I still have to recognize like I am at historic highs for this company and for the work I've done and in like my entire career. I try not to look at the short-term losses. I look at the long-term wins because for business, your success, your revenue is built over the entire year. It's not just like what happens in the first quarter. I'm still pushing ahead this year. It's our strongest year yet. I can't wait to see like what other opportunities are going to come my way. But getting fired honestly is a blessing. If I didn't get fired from my last full-time job, like I would not be here making like 5x my old salary. You know what I mean? Like, I would never be in this position. I would not be a CEO. Okay, if I didn't get fired. So keep firing me. Just keep it up. Like it doesn't matter, but also keep hiring me. Love you.
I thought I was going to enjoy the unemployed life for a little bit. About 2 weeks in, let me tell you, I've watched an ungodly amount of Netflix and had 19 million conversations with my cat. It's all fun and games until you're 2 weeks in and you've done everything you could possibly think to do.
If you see the things that everyone posts on social media and you think, oh God, I wish I could live that life, I promise you, you don't want mine right now. So a little different from my normal content, but I'm coming to you from my car after I just received one job rejection email and I have another interview in like an hour. And I just want to share that like social media really is a highlight reel. I lost my job. January 30th was my last day and I got laid off from my dream job. I was so ecstatic to be at that role. I felt so proud of my work. And I have been trying to find another role since. It's really hard. It's a tough job market right now. And I've had so many people tell me, oh, you're perfect. Like you're going to get a role so quick. They're going to snap you up. Like you're so skilled. You're so smart. And I believe them. I believe they're telling the truth, but it really has not been that easy. And I've really struggled a lot with like my self-worth during this process. I was someone who always put a lot of my self-worth into my work, worrying that, you know, what if there isn't another great job out there waiting for me. So I'm sitting in my car eating this sandwich, hoping that this interview goes well in like an hour, trying to prep as much as I can, but just wanted to share a little bit about my real life in addition to the fun content that I get to share, which I have a lot more time to make now that I'm unemployed. But if you see the things that everyone posts on social media and you think, oh God, I wish I could live that life, I promise you, you don't want mine right now. So okay, love you. Bye.
You know what's so crazy? A couple weeks ago, I unexpectedly got laid off from my job and crashed out online about it because what the heck? You know, I need money. I got bills. I'm 24 years old. Fast forward to today. I have come to the realization that this was most definitely part of God's plan and it happened exactly when it was supposed to happen because the past week I've made more than I would have made at a week, at 2 weeks, at 3 weeks at that job by doing something that I love, by doing something that I have seen myself doing since I was about 19 years old. And I have been slowly working towards it, not as hard as I wanted to, but I know that this would be my life at some point, and it is now becoming that. This was God's plan. This happened exactly when it was supposed to happen. Even though I didn't see it at the time, I did know it in the back of my head, but all it took was a couple weeks. You know, all it took was something that no longer served me to be taken from me. And I just had to accept it. So take this as a sign, my love. Whatever gets thrown at you is getting thrown at you for a reason. Okay, you have to build yourself up from that. Do not let it break you. Do not.
Hello.
Hey, Simon, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Hey, thanks for making time on short notice and share. My invite was rattling and not awesome, and you do not have to turn your camera on if you don't want to. I have a couple of notes to share with you, but I'll be glad to have those notes to make sure I cover things, but I will also follow up with an email so you don't have to retain everything I'm gonna say. I made the difficult decision to restructure the XD org and as a result reduce the size of the org, and unfortunately you're impacted by this change. So your last working day is today, but the good news is you'll be paid through February 2nd. Those are the most important pieces of information. Your system access as an employee will be turned off at some point today. I'm not sure when exactly. In your Workday and Benefits portal, you'll still have access to until February 2nd as an employee, and then after that, you'll have access to it as an alumni. And then I'm gonna email you the specifics of your severance, benefits, and a few other details that will probably be helpful later when you're ready to go through them. Um, and then on your last day, you'll get your severance documents via DocuSign to sign, and I'll go to your personal email address. I want to pause. I know I just rattled off a whole bunch of really big news. Is there any questions or anything that you want to ask?
Are there any reasons other than just like restructuring? Like, what's the reason for the restructuring?
That's a really good question. It has to do with the company is doing consolidated priorities this year and next year. They are looking to so the org, it has nothing to do with performance. It has nothing to do with location and everything to do with the company wanting to do less in tech and do take on less priorities. And as a result, the team is being reduced for that to support that.
Another question I had was around like my remote status. Is that like a factor in this as well?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It did, to be perfectly honest, it did count the remote status in general came up as a potential discussion, but it ended up not being a factor. Well, please don't obviously feel a pressure to do anything today other than take care of yourself.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know, I'm so sorry, Simone. Well, please again, like take today and take care of yourself. And again, I'm really sorry that this is happening.
Okay. Thank you. See you on
All
LinkedIn, I
right.
guess. I have already cried today. I'll probably cry more. Um, yeah, so I got an email like an hour ago that said, "Hi, I'd like to get together and share an update on our organization and what this means for you." So, yeah, I already knew that this was coming. At first, I thought that like maybe it wouldn't just impact me because someone else mentioned that they got the same email. And I was like, oh, well, maybe, because this has happened before when they laid off all of our managers. So I was like, well, maybe they're telling all of us at the same time that someone else is getting, like someone big at the top is getting laid off. But I reached out to that person and I was like, does your meeting start at 12? And she said, no, my meeting starts at 12:30. So when she said that, that's when I had my breakdown and that's when I started crying. I think the best news out of that is that I'm going to get my bonus. So that will help. I don't know how much the bonus will be because I don't know how well the company performed, but that check will come in March and I'll still get another regular paycheck from work. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I do have savings, thank God, but like I don't know what I'm gonna do if it takes months to get a new job because I still want to remain in tech. I still want a remote position, which those are harder to come by now. And like I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't get another job because I have the mortgage now, and the mortgage is like $2,700 a month. I have my trip planned to New Zealand next month. I should probably cancel that. If I can get a refund on my flight, I should probably cancel that, which sucks because I've been planning that since like this time last year. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. I don't. Um. don't know what's gonna happen. I'm trying to have faith that everything's gonna work out eventually. I just don't know how long it'll take for things to work out, and it just really scares me because I don't have anybody to like lean on. Like, I'm not rich, my family isn't rich. Like, I don't know. I'm sure it's all gonna work out. I'm sure it's all gonna work out. I just don't know how it's gonna work out, but I'm sure it's all gonna work out.
Can someone tell me how you guys are getting jobs? I have not worked since January, and it's not looking promising that I ever will again, so I need help.
Yo, I'm so fucking tired, bro. I'm tired of fucking being here. I work at this fuck ass job, and these people just fired me today. I work my ass off here, and there's one job that I actually really like, and I work with people that I actually really like, and I treat my clients like their family. And these people just fire me and try to tell me that I have 11 occurrences when I don't, and I know I don't. I'm just so over it, y'all. I'm just so over it. Them firing me has literally hurt my feelings to my core. And I don't know what's next, y'all. Because content ain't paying my bills. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I don't know. I really don't know.
After finishing this video, I really can't imagine the level of toughness out there in the current job market right now when, you know, in some cases like you saw, you literally have people applying to hundreds of postings on various websites. I mean, anything they could find, whether it be directly through company website or on LinkedIn or any other those job-seeking websites, and yet people can still not find a job. And we're talking about people with advanced degrees, people with advanced training. We're talking about people who are really competitive and really worthy of getting that job. I mean, just 5 or 10 years ago, they would have gotten something like that with relative ease, with no issue. And now the market has completely flipped, and basically companies have all the leverage over job seekers because companies just aren't hiring in those numbers anymore like they used to. So now you have literally people almost begging for a job. But the problem is companies nowadays are asking for more and more experience, even over 6 to 8 years of experience. And these workers are not going to have that because they've either just graduated from college or they've just started working. So how are you going to have that when that is the situation you're in? This is a vicious cycle, and something really, really needs to change about the job market. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Thank you.